let's start the session. So I'll formally welcome you all. Good evening. Namaste. A very warm welcome to all the participants joining today. And before starting the session, I want to wish you all a very happy, healthy, and a safe new year. This is the first session after the new year that we are going to have today. And this is the fifth session of Best Talks today that is airing today. And we are glad to see so many of you joining in today to learn about the session and to know more about it. And many of the participants who are joining today have been attending these sessions from this beginning, from the very first session, and supporting us since the beginning. But for those who are new to the session and new to the Best Talks, who are attending it for the first time, I welcome you all once again. And I would like to brief you about what exactly Best Talks is and why we initiated it and how it is like a guiding factor for you to initiate so many activities that you want to do. So, Lung Care Foundation initiated the idea of Best Talks. Uh, is the main idea behind it was to interact with you all, basically, and to empower you and help you or guide you to carry out initiatives to make a difference, and which will also help you or guide you to build a sense of social responsibility, in the sense that you understand the situations and act accordingly and take the initiatives, a little push. Of course, you all are capable of thinking up with coming up with so many initiatives, but a little guidance might go a long way. So we, through Best Talks, try to help you in a way that guide you to take out these initiatives and take actions for it. And also, while taking while building a sense of social responsibility, it will also facilitate an overall personality development amongst yourselves. So this is the basic idea of why we conceptualize the idea of Best Talks and why we interact with you all, or would love to know how you feel about the session or what are the things that you learn from the session. So talking about the session today, uh, this session is today is under the series All You Need to Know About Virtual Events. So the session theme for today is how to organize virtual events. So over the past 1 year, we have like adapted to so many new changes, be it in the professional front or in the personal front, or be it in the educational sector, or even if we have to say a change in the environment that we are like surrounded in. So we have been adapted to so many changes over the past 1 year since the lockdown started. Sure, and we all were sure dependent on digital platforms for various purposes before also. But the transition to going everything virtual was sure one of the highlight or the new way of life for like, a lot of us. So from for students or teachers who have joined here, or for all of them, it like from the online classes or to the meetings or the usual gatherings or the family gatherings, everything went to a virtual mode. So it is quite obvious that the virtual events is gaining its popularity, and it's kind of in a way that it's accessible and you're able to connect with people. So with that in mind, with the blessings and an amazing team at Lung Care Foundation, I proudly announce that we have conducted almost 70 events up till since the lockdown first started, and we have conducted 70 events up till now. And sure, it was also a learning process for us, our team as well, throughout the way when we are organizing these events. So each virtual event helped us learn new arenas, try out new things, and connect with you all on way like so many different topics, and host many webinars and sessions through this. And Best Talks was also one of the products of um, this lockdown period only. So with that being said, with all those learnings that we have gained, all those tips and tricks that we have learned during this entire 70 virtual events that we together conducted, we would love to share all those tips with you. So with that being said, I would love to introduce the speakers for today. I am pretty sure for most of you, they might be a known face, but they're sitting here to give you a lot of tips and tricks because uh, they were also part of part of all this brainstorming when we were going to conduct the 70 virtual events that we have done. So we together formulate everything, think through it, brainstorm it, how to go about it, how to present, have a perfect or a very organized webinar, how to present an organized webinar in front of you all. So with that being said, I introduce Kritika Sharma. She is the program coordinator, Best Clubs, Breathe Easy State of Clubs and Lung Care Foundation. And we have Siddharth Balian, program associate, Shan, Saaf Hawa Nagrik. So without any further ado, I'd love to call Siddharth and Kritika for the presentation that they've prepared. And before that, I would like to say, share your questions in the Q&A tab, and all the inputs that you want to share or the statements or anything that you want to share, please share it on chat box. And all the questions, I would request you all to put the questions on the Q&A tab, and we will be taking up your questions at the end of the session. So with that being said, over to my team, Kritika Sharma and Siddharth Balian. Go ahead, guys.
Thank you, Judith.
Thank you, Judith. Thank you so much for the lovely welcome. So, what I feel is that, many of them would be thinking right now, yeah, our time virtual events, since the lockdown has happened, हम तो online events ही सुन रहे हैं. Boring नहीं लग रहा होगा इन लोगों को. Before lockdown happened, it was all like online classes क्यों नहीं करते यार? And when online classes actually happened, they are all like, बस अब नहीं, अब school जाना है. What do you think about it?
I think like Shreya Bhatt is saying like it's fun to have online events and all that. So virtual, in my opinion, yes. Like this was nothing that we had imagined earlier. Like last year in March, कभी सोचा भी नहीं था किसी ने भी कि like ऐसा भी कुछ change आएगा कि like everybody would embrace it fully and like shift completely to virtual and learn out of it. Like I'm pretty sure you would have learned a lot of things out of like organizing these and like you have hosted many events yourself. Yeah.
Agreed, agreed. I agree. It's equally fun and learning different ways में सबके लिए. So for us, it's a learning process how to organize virtual events. For students, it's a learning process. अरे cheating कैसे करना है? Google Forms में उनको तो आसानी हो गया जब से online classes start हुआ. So to my audience who is there present today, before we move on, I would I would want to know, okay, what is one hateful thing that you don't like about the virtual events, and what is one best thing that you like about the virtual events? Just quickly tell us, what do you like and what do you dislike about the virtual events, very quickly in the chats. I'm seeing the responses. So people are saying it seems boring at first but turns out to be fun when we get used to it. It saves time, Shreya says. And what do you dislike about Shreya? I'm sure there must be something.
Hey, I can say one thing. Like many of the students might agree with me कि like जब सुबह सुबह इनकी classes होती थी तो they would have to like turn on their video तो उनको वो अच्छा नहीं लगता होगा बिल्कुल भी. I'm pretty sure. I
Agreed,
don't
agreed.
know how many of them will agree with me.
True, true. Online classes are fun. Dislike, you miss friends, okay? Learning is the best part. Too much screen time, no gathering. It's boring to attend online classes, but it's fun to go to school and it's fun to cheat in exams. See, there it comes. You could sit anywhere and have your class.
That is true.
Students doesn't like video on, but they do like to, take screenshots and then make funny pictures and posts and everything. Got to learn many new things. Okay, what all new things did you learn, Madhu? Dislike cheating in tests. I'm sure this is okay. Studying time is safe. So yeah, one of the most important thing I think for students, online का जो era रहा होगा वो वही रहा होगा कि सुबह early morning, they would have to get up at 5 or 6 to reach the school at 7, and अगर 8 बजे से class है. So now if the class is at 8, they can get up at 7:45 and attend that class.
There was
So
attendance like attendance in the morning and assembly नहीं होती है and सबको ठंड में problem होती होगी. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
no, but But now I think it's time that we tell them that how the virtual events is going to be, organizing virtual events in itself is an art. So without further delay, let's start with our presentation and let's share those tips and tricks that we have ourselves, our team has gained during this lockdown period. So Siddharth, if we can have the presentation.
Yeah.
Yes. Next slide. All right. So today, what we are going to learn, this is just an overview of what all things will be. हम लोग क्या-क्या आज cover करेंगे. We'll first start with कि how the trend of virtual events started. We'll discuss about the pros and cons, the various scenarios जिसमें हम virtual events को use कर सकते हैं, and the whole planning of the schools कि कैसे pre-event, during event and post-event में करते हैं. So I'm sure when any one of you, say for example, those students who are participating in NUNs or those students who are participating in annual functions, sports competition, etc., etc., offline events in itself, they do require a lot of planning and a lot of organization, be it with for teachers, for parents, for principals, for working professionals, or even for students also. Right from thinking about the theme for the competition, for the MUN, or for any kind of sports that you need to plan. There's a lot of planning that people need to think about. What do they think कि क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, किस वेंडर के पास जाएंगे, उसका डिजाइन कैसे बनाएंगे, पोस्टर कैसे बनाएंगे, प्रमोट कैसे करेंगे, किसको बुलाएंगे, किसको नहीं बुलाएंगे, and there are so many things that are done at the backstage. Imagine अगर एक dance competition भी organize करना होता है, so there's a lot of lot of planning that is going on at the back end. Teams को लेकर आना, teams को sequence बताना. Similarly, when you're hosting a virtual event, it might in the starting it looks like it's very easy. You just share the link with a few people and then call them and organize a meeting. No, it's not. Organizing virtual events is it in itself is an art. So today we are going to share that the whole plan right from the starting, right from the point where you decide to host a virtual event till the end, till the completion of the session. So next slide. Yeah. So first we'll start with just a second. First we'll start when was the first virtual event invented. You would think like जब digital era आया होगा probably around 2008 or 2010, but no, the first virtual event was conducted in April 1993 because it was conducted by Alan and Randy from Virtual Data Corporation. They were actually recording these videos from a trade show and they were hosting those recordings from the trade show and they were then showing those recordings to other people through internet. So that's how they came up with the idea कि अगर हम recordings लेके लोगों को दिखा सकते हैं, why not save the time and show that event happening at the same time? And that's where the idea came of the first virtual event, and that platform that they conducted at that time is today known as OnStream Media. So अभी आज के टाइम में we know कि there are so many sessions, but so many sessions happening, so many platforms are available in the market. So can you guys tell me in the chat which platform, which virtual platform do you think was first invented? Which one do you think is the oldest virtual platform? People say Skype. Okay. Someone says Tango, Skype. Facebook. No. Facebook से तो पहले और कुछ आ गया था. Skype. Okay. So many people here they think that Skype is the oldest virtual video conferencing platform that is available there, but it is not. So the first oldest platform is Cisco WebEx, which was invented in 1995. WebEx came in 1995 and it was acquired in 2007 by Cisco. Then came in Skype in 2003. Then came in YouTube as a video conferencing as YouTube live feature. Then was BlueJeans, which is now acquired by Airtel. Then came Zoom in 2011. Came Microsoft Teams उसके बाद में 2017 में. Same time Google Meet. And wait, yes, this was the last thing, GeoMeet. Finally we came up. And these are some of the popular virtual event platforms that are available to us today. But do you think that this is it, that these are the only 8 virtual platforms that are available जिसमें हम virtual events hold करते हैं? Do you think so? No. So you don't think that these are the 8 platforms. So Siddharth, may we have the next slide? Correct. So people were saying no, right? You so asli picture abhi baki hai. This is a short glimpse of the total number of the virtual event platforms that are available in the market today. There are close to 100 virtual video conferencing platforms. Some of them are even made in India, and each one of them have unique features and some of the common features which you can use. But before we talk about the features that are available through these virtual event platforms, let us first dive into the pros and cons of the virtual events. So, of course, when we talk about what are the benefits and what are the disadvantages of the virtual events, पहले आता है हमारा pros. Of course, it saves your time and there is a lot of flexibility involved in virtual events. Say आप कहीं पे भी कोई भी event attend कर सकते हो. If you have 2 meetings at the same time, you want to attend. Offline में that won't be possible, but online में it's there. Flexibility is you don't need to you don't need to think about what place, what time. You can keep it very flexible as per the different time zones of the people. Second point is economical. Of course, it saves a lot of money and a lot of the resources that is there. So if you're hosting an offline event, there would be food, there would be expenses related to traveling, there would be expenses related to food, water, or some some gifts, etc. But in virtual events, all you need to invest is in the software that you are using, and it saves a lot of resources and money. Third is maximum impact and reach. So through offline events, of course, you can decide if you want to reach out to 100 people, 500 or more than 500 people. But in virtual event, you won't have to think of it कि okay मुझे 500 लोगों को एक event में बुलाना है, एक meeting in conference कराना है. You just need a device and that's all you are done. You can tell your people, you can share that information to maximum number of people in case of virtual events. Of course, fourth, the common cause that we all are here today for this thing, that is it reduces carbon footprint a lot of carbon footprint is saved when people are not traveling for the online for the offline events, when people are not wasting a lot of plastic bottles for the offline events, etc. And last but not the least is skill development. There are a lot of things that as we go through this session you will learn in the skill development, right from the communication skills to email writing to social media promotions to how to maintain your personality, how to use networking opportunities even during online events. It all adds to your skill development. Of course there are cons, there are a bad there are bad things about the virtual events, that जैसे people still in today's time they prefer handshakes साथ में मिलके. So the networking opportunities are still comparatively less as we if we compare with respect to virtual offline events. More screen time for the students, definitely reduced attention span, and at last there are technical issues which may be internet connectivity issues, or say maybe the audience you are using, your target audience, they might not know much about the platform or they might not know how to use the platform. So there are some of the technical issues that will tell you how to counter these cons of the virtual events so that they are beneficial for you while you're organizing a virtual event. Next slide.
Okay, so now we'll talk about the scenarios, like हम किन किन जगह पे virtual meets को use कर सकते हैं, virtual events कौन कौन से कर सकते हैं और वो कहाँ कहाँ किस किस category के अंदर lie करते हैं. So first we'll talk about internal meetings. So these meetings could be like, if we look at it from a corporate point of view, तो यहाँ पे हमारी weekly meetings हो गई या फिर review meetings हो गई. फिर इसमें you can think about हमारी कोई भी updates हो गए. So all those meetings which comprise small like team meetings, so all those will come under internal meetings. When we talk about the second point, external meetings, iska matlab like these meetings are wherein way we introduce to a big group. Like suppose we are having a meeting with a team which is based out of Bangalore, another team is in Delhi. So दोनों टीम के बीच में कोऑर्डिनेशन वगैरह करने के लिए बेस्ड ऑन अ प्रोजेक्ट किसी प्रोडक्ट के ऊपर. So these can come under external meetings. So another a few other examples for external meeting would be wherein you want to share some piece of information किसी बड़े ग्रुप के साथ में. So like you are holding an event wherein you are giving a seminar or something like that. So where the information is being transferred to a large audience will come under external meeting as well. And third, we move on to the conferences. These are in like normally which take place in corporates and all that. Then we come on to the round tables. Round tables are basically discussions. These are closed room meetings wherein these round tables are focused around one particular topic. Say we have a round table based around air pollution and its impact, उसके solutions ढूंढने. So a very closed group of people, they come together, they have a discussion and they try to find out solutions. So that this virtual meetings can be used for roundtable as well. So moving on, then webinars can be conducted, training sessions, wherein that training session is again another example of external meeting, because training session may there's one speaker who is trying to impart knowledge to a large audience. Okay, then competitions. Last year, we at Lankya Foundation we did a competition on World Environment Day. So that was a very good experience for me, Kritika, and the LCF team. And that was the first virtual competition that was conducted through lockdown, in the lockdown, and first of its kind. So that was good learning for us. And I'm pretty sure you guys must have been part of it. And then last point we discuss about exhibitions. So as Kritika mentioned, like the first virtual event took place in 1993, wherein they did a like show, they did a on stream show of exhibitions. So these there are many virtual platforms wherein which actually follow these exhibitions and convey them online. So back to you, Kritika.
Yeah, thank you for that. So now इस सेशन को हमने तीन पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया है. One is pre-event, second one would be during event, and third part of it would be आफ्टर द इवेंट. सो हम स्टार्ट करेंगे कि जब भी हम कोई वर्चुअल इवेंट स्टार्ट करते हैं या उसके बारे उसको ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं, प्लान करते हैं, तो व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट वी नीड टू कीप इन माइंड. Three things to keep in mind: clarify your goals, prepare your timelines, and do the testing if it's all good to go or not. Next slide. So keep a, here is a to-do list, that the things, the important points that you need to keep in mind while before you are planning for the event. So first thing is prepare an extensive checklist. एक checklist में आप अपने pointers लिखिए, रफ एक स्क्रिप्ट बनाइए कि कैसे क्या क्या चीजें हैं जिसकी मुझे जरूरत है. डू आई नीड टू कंडक्ट अ कॉर्पोरेट इवेंट? अगर कॉर्पोरेट इवेंट है तो क्या मुझे किस वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल के साथ मिलना है, उनसे मेल करना है, उनको इन्फॉर्मेशन बतानी है, क्या मुझे कोई एक कॉन्सेप्ट नोट क्रिएट करना है अपने इवेंट के लिए या नहीं करना है? डू आई नीड टू क्रिएट एनी अदर ब्रोशर फॉर द इवेंट? डू आई नीड टू reach out to how many people? What is my target audience? Make all those points, keep writing all those points. How will I invite others? Do I have the necessary resources? Do I have the time? What time will I keep it? Make an extensive checklist. Even we will share our checklist with you right now after this, when I complete all the points, and I'll tell you how to make that Excel sheet, how to make that checklist in an Excel file. Next slide. Yeah. So decide the purpose of the event. Once you have done the rough checklist, first decide what kind of event would you want to do. Suppose as school students, you are thinking, I want to conduct an event. So what is the purpose of my event? Decide that. Note it down on a rough piece of paper. If I want to share any information on asthma, or if I want to share any information on waste management, so tell people, okay, I need to share information. I want to create awareness about asthma amongst parents as well as students. So that's the purpose of my event. Next, once you have decided कि ये मेरा purpose है, मुझे knowledge share करनी है, now you think of the target audience. Is my target audience school students? Is it parents? Is it principals, teachers, or college students? Or is it people who are, from the socio-economic background, who are underprivileged students? Is it the disabled? Or is it the working professionals or the corporate network do I need to target? What kind of audience should I have? That would be your third point. The fourth point would be choose your favorite virtual platform. Now that you know already, पूरा एक साल होने के बाद कि ओके टीम्स में ये फीचर्स हैं, वेबएक्स में ये फीचर्स हैं, जूम इज अलाउइंग मी विद ऑल दोस फीचर्स. सो that ways you can think of which platform should I use. If my platform is if I want to pass on my information to more than 500 people, should I be using a Google Meet, or should I be using Microsoft Teams or a WebEx? Decide your virtual platform which you want to host. Next step would be make promotional material. एक बार आपने अपना ऑडियंस डिसाइड कर लिया, अपना पर्पस डिसाइड कर लिया, ये डिसाइड कर लिया कि who will be my guest speakers. Now you start making the promotional material. Start with the flyers, teasers, videos. If you want to share it with you can share information in the form of a poster, flyers, teasers, or a video kind of a format also. उस promotional material में what all things do you need to keep in mind is, one, of course you need to mention about the title of the virtual event. Second, you need to mention about the date and the correct time of the virtual event. Third would be mention about the virtual platform. And last, of course, would be you give the registration link or the meeting link or the meeting ID password in the promotional material. ऑल्सो प्रमोशनल मटेरियल बनाते वक्त आप ये ध्यान रख सकते हैं कि क्या मुझे एक ही तरीके का प्रमोशनल मटेरियल बनाना है या फिर मैं अलग अलग तरीके से भी अपने इवेंट को प्रमोट कर सकता हूँ. सो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, बहुत बेसिक से एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल फॉर बेस्ट टॉक्स ऑल्सो, एज यू वुड हैव सीन, सो फर्स्ट फ्लायर जो रिलीज होता है दैट टॉक्स अबाउट ओनली द टाइटल ऑफ द वर्चुअल इवेंट, कि ये बेस्ट टॉक्स है, इस दिन होगा, दिस इज द डेट, दिस इज द टाइम एंड दिस इज माई टॉपिक. सेकेंड राउंड ऑफ प्रमोशंस में उनके स्पीकर्स अनाउंस होते हैं कि दीज आर द स्पीकर्स फॉर द नेक्स्ट बेस्ट टॉक सेशन. थर्ड राउंड ऑफ प्रमोशंस में we share information, any facts, quiz, or any kinds of polls that we need that are related to the virtual event. Or you can even make it interesting. You can share Instagram stories wherein people can tell what they know about the topic, or you can even ask them questions. Ask me a question wala feature use kar sakte ho aap Instagram story mein, and that's how you promote it. And WhatsApp, of course, is one of the biggest helper that you can promote. You can also even decide where you want to promote your event. Do you want to promote it on Facebook? Do you want to promote it on Twitter if it is too much professional media, or do you want to promote it on WhatsApp? So next step is, after you've promoted your event in your network, in your contacts, next thing that you can do is you can make an email campaign. Now an email campaign is in itself a big task, right from designing the subject line, the email का flyer, और कैसे registrations करते हैं, ये पार्ट हम आपको बेसिकली नेक्स्ट सेशन में कवर करेंगे कि हाउ यू कैन डिजाइन अ फुल ईमेल कैंपेन एंड हाउ यू कैन क्रिएट योर ओन डेटाबेसेस, हाउ यू कैन ईमेल इंफॉर्मेशन टू पार्टिसिपेंट्स so that they can know more about your virtual events. Next step is, once you have done an email campaign and all the promotion material, now you assign duties to all your teammates. You tell them, okay Siddharth, you have to do this. Okay Judith, you have to do this. You will be handling the help desk, you will be handling the technical. I mean, that's how we do. So every time Siddharth is at technical help, okay theek hai main help karunga. Judith always takes the notes, right? So she's always after that, okay I'm taking the notes, I'm also making the speaker quotes. And Hamid from our team, he's helping us with the social media engagement, with the social media promotions during the event. So assign duties. During the event आपको ये काम करना है, and after the event आपको ये काम करना है. इस तरीके से you decide the flow of the virtual event. And the last step, of course, stays do a test run with the speakers. So if I have speakers who are not very much, or you might doubt that they might not know the technology, or the technology is new to them. So do a test run with the guest speakers that are coming. Someone, if just check क्या उनका इंटरनेट कनेक्शन ठीक है कि नहीं है, इफ दे आर फेसिंग एनी इशू, अगर उनको लिंक से ज्वाइन करना है तो जस्ट सेंड देम अ सैम्पल सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस कि इस तरीके से यू नीड टू ज्वाइन, इस तरीके से यू नीड टू लॉग इन थ्रू द सेशन, and if they are joining from a phone, so at what angle they should set the camera, there should be sufficient light, there should be no background noise. Do a test run with all those instructions with the guest speakers in a polite way. And also, while you're doing a test run with the speakers, the other thing that is most important is you also share instructions or FAQs to the guests for any kind of technical help. So what we do in our virtual events, I'll tell you, what we suppose if Siddharth is the technical help desk, we share his number to the guest speakers. So if they're facing any kind of issues during joining, they might call Siddharth and seek his help. Now that you have understood okay, what are the steps एक करके before the event you need to plan, I would now like to share our checklist with you and how you need to create that checklist. So Siddharth, if you can just give me a minute for sharing my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is the way that a checklist can be planned. You decide the title before the event, decide the objectives that you need to share, the program head, target group, who are the panelist speakers, who will be the host. So, for our today's Best Talks session, we have Judith as our host. And these are some of the ways that you can, make your checklist. Who is the primary responsible person, who is the support, who, what is the status of work done, and these are some of the events that you need to think of. So over to you, Siddharth, for the next step.
Let me just put this back on.
Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yes.
So so that now we are clear with before event हमें क्या क्या preparation करनी है. Let's talk about during event. So during event is very important because हमें नहीं पता कि क्या problem आएगी, and it's a new experience for all of you because if you conduct a virtual event in the future after learning from this event, it will be little bit challenging in the when you start, but धीरे धीरे it's gonna become easier, and you will really need all these points which Kritika has mentioned to prepare for this event, for your first virtual event. Then we come to during event. So you need to coordinate with so many people, as Kritika mentioned. Right now, if I am hosting an event, so I have my team backing me up. Like Kritika will be looking after question and answer. Judith will be taking the quotes for speakers, and Hamid will be looking after social media. This is a team effort. So during event, you need to uh, make a group of your own teammates, and so that everybody has defined roles and they take care of those roles. Okay, now troubleshooting. So you might know, any problem can arise. You might have a faulty internet connection, or the electricity will go, and some one of your speaker or your attendee, he is not able to join or unable to find a link. So you, for all these problems, you need a help desk and a technically sound person to help troubleshoot them if they face any problems. So with this brief intro about during event, let's get into the details of the what all things you will require for during event preparation. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about the backups. Right now, if I'm speaking and there is some problem with my net, so I'm pretty sure Kritika will be my backup and look after things and take care of the presentation, so that the presentation is a priority here and it should go on. So उसमें कोई hitch glitch वगैरह नहीं आना चाहिए. So for that you need backup for your speaker, your host. Another thing that you could really use is you can use backup for your internet connection. Like keep your phone on hotspot so that agar by mistake light chali jaye, electricity is not there, so you just quickly switch to data and you are back into the streaming mode. So that is very important. Then another from a past experience, I feel like you should always have a backup of presentation. Like this presentation is going on right now. My laptop crashes suddenly, so my teammate should be in a position and should have this presentation so that they can put it out there, and like there is no problem with the streaming of the event. So backups are very important, and like this should be the first thing that you should keep in mind. So I'll just recap the backup points for you. First, keep a backup for your speaker or host. Second, electricity के लिए keep your data or keep a UPS ready. Then all the presentations that you might need for the event. Now, second point is social media engagement. So during the event, what you need to make sure is like as the event is going on, as the virtual event is going on, your social media team is handling the social media promotions and all that. So right now, if there's a speaker, he gave a very important quote. So what your social media team should be in a position to do is they should take that quote, and as the event is on, they should share it on your Instagram, Facebook, or your Twitter for outreach to the people or masses. Okay, so social media is again another one more important thing for this. Now, session recording. You might have seen like some people are unable to join or they are busy in some other meetings. So kai bari ye hota hai, they still want to see the recording. Like some of you uh, might like you are here, but there are many people who register for this session but they are unable to join. So for that, what we have done is we record each and every session and we put it on YouTube. We share the link on our other social media handles. We do Facebook live for every event, so that if you are unable to and you might have to drop out or suddenly you do some emergency, you can catch up where you left. So the information is always there for your audience, so they keep coming back to you for the information and skill generation. Okay, now question and answer session. These questions are very important, and we really appreciate these questions come in. Kritika is smiling because she knows in the back end we have so many questions and we answer each and every one of them because you guys have doubts and you cannot that is the only way you can communicate with us. You can put your queries through us, and it happens like we have Rajiv sir taking the session someday, and like he inquires like if there are any questions, send it through, and like in the back end we create a channel so he can get those questions and he can answer those questions live. So that is a very good way to engage your audience. So that is I would really suggest like you guys in your future event keep these points in mind. There's one more point, that is poll and quiz. So this is a very fun activity, we believe. Ki, like to engage, to get to know your audience as a whole. Because sometimes, as we say in question and answer session, what happens is many people they do not come out or they're shy. They don't put their questions through. But in poll session, we keep them anonymous. Like किसी को नहीं पता चलेगा आप क्या आंसर दे रहे हैं, लेकिन आपका आंसर काउंट होएगा. So if we say we have a poll question by the way for all of you to experience that at the end. So as I was saying about polling and quiz, so like you get to feel your contribution is there. Like suppose there is a question like how is the air quality today? Some people might not put it down in chat or put a question through, but through polling they can contribute by giving their opinion on it. And with this, we come to the end of the session of the during the event. Now I'll give it back to Kritika for taking the event further.
Yeah. So as Siddharth said, you constantly, कि offline events में तो audience आपके सामने है, and you need to tell them everything about what you're going to do in that event. बट वर्चुअल इवेंट्स में उनको एंगेज करना उतना ही उतना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होता है, एंड दैट्स वाई पोलिंग और हैविंग शॉर्ट क्विज, कुछ तरीके से, कुछ ह्यूमरस तरीके से भी आप उन्हें एंगेज कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज दैट्स व्हाट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. द मोर क्रिएटिव यू आर during a virtual event, the better and successful your virtual event would be. So once we are through with a virtual event, when we have conducted a virtual event in a professional manner, what are the to do things? Because it never stops there. There is still a lot of work that is involved after the virtual event is over. So first and foremost thing is thank you note to the speakers. You must always and always say a warm thank you to all your panelists, to all your speakers who have been there to to come and speak in your session. You should also thank the audience who was there waiting with the patience to listen after you. The second point is again the social media promotions. So after the event is conducted, you should always share that information which was shared in the virtual event through this social media. So you can create chote videos, informational videos on Facebook or on Twitter, and you can tag those speakers who have actually come, so that that information is also shared with others who are not a part of the presentation or the virtual event. Similarly, these days you see LinkedIn also, people are sharing all kinds of information, professional information, right? So social media promotions is again an important point after the event also. The third point is take feedback from the audience. That is most important for you to keep learning and keep growing, be it at any point, any kind of work that you're doing. Always take a feedback from the audience. How was their experience, what did they feel, what are their suggestions, or उनसे पूछिए कि आप आगे क्या चाहते हैं, व्हाट आर योर एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम दीज सेशंस और फ्रॉम द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, फ्रॉम द पीपल आगे के टीम्स में. इट्स नॉट ओनली योर ऑडियंस, बट अपनी आपस की टीम से भी पूछिए. सो हमारे जब भी सेशंस होते हैं, वी एज अ टीम, वी ऑल्सो कम टुगेदर राइट आफ्टर द सेशन एंड वी शेयर अ फीडबैक कि आज हमने ये अच्छा किया एंड दिस इज समथिंग हम नेक्स्ट टाइम और अच्छे से कर सकते हैं एंगेज करने के लिए ऑडियंस को. So take feedback, generate a feedback form, share that link and assess that feedback form कि किसी का कोई question रह तो नहीं गया, किसी को कोई issues तो face नहीं हुए. Take that kind of feedback. The next step is give incentives. So whenever people are coming to any event, even for the offline events, they always look forward to some kind of rewards. Offline events mein to there are kind of stalls put up and by various other organizations, and you take a look, exhibitions भी हो रहे थे, many kinds of things. For virtual events you can give some kind of incentives like certificates, जैसे आज आप सब लोगों को मिलने वाला है. I'm pretty sure half of you guys would be here for the certificates. So give some sort of incentives like certificates. Now, giving certificates again is another topic of our next session that will be covered in detail in the next session, that how you can go about creating those certificates in Canva or in any other kind of software and how you can share it with others. वो हम next session में discuss करेंगे. So next step is again the recording. जैसे सिद्धार्थ ने बोला, recording जब आप edit करें after the session, you have to decide कि will you put it? Will you put it on YouTube or will you share it through WhatsApp? How will you edit it? So छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स हैं इवन जो आपको रिकॉर्डिंग के को एडिट करने में भी टाइम, रिकॉर्डिंग को एडिट करते वक्त भी ध्यान रखने हैं. जैसे कि हमारे स्पीकर्स के डेजिग्नेशंस, उनके नाम अच्छे से जाने चाहिए और रिकॉर्डिंग ग्लिच फ्री होना चाहिए. रिकॉर्डिंग में कुछ भी इफ वी आर लाइक डिस्कसिंग एनीथिंग व्हिच इज नॉट रेलेवेंट टू द पार्ट, सो वो हमें हटा देने चाहिए. कीप दोस छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स विद द रिकॉर्डिंग and always share that recording with the attendees as well as with those people who have not attended. So for attendees, you can draft a mail ki thank you for joining the session. Hope you find the information shared in the session valuable, and you could give your suggestions and here is the link to the recording. और जिन्होंने आपका प्रोग्राम अटेंड नहीं किया है उनके लिए भी आप बोल सकते हैं कि we are sorry that you could not attend our session due to some issues or any prior commitments, but in case you would want to see our session, here is the link to our recording and you can share the link to your recording there. So share it with all the members who have registered to be a part of your virtual event. And the last step after the event is maintain the database. Once you have gathered the registered participants ka data, keep filtering it, remove the doubled IDs, maintain a database, and that's where the target audience will be. The next time that database will serve as the target audience for your virtual event. Maintain that database in an Excel file with the name, city, age, or say maybe email IDs, phone numbers, whatever information that you have through your registration forms. And last but not least, so next slide, Siddharth. Yeah. So we have final some quick tips for the session that Siddharth will be sharing for some of the tips.
Yeah. So thank you, Kritika. Taking further, and these tips are like we found like out of experience. These are the tips that we have seen. These are very important. And I'll just take the session to the previous slide, wherein I would like to mention quick tips which are related to maintain database and edit recording. So in maintaining database, as Kritika said, it's very important you remove the double diaries or duplicacy. So so that you can use that database whenever you want to reach out to your audience who are join your uh, sessions regularly. Then moving on to the edit recording. So it's very important that you do not put your recording as such. You put a thumbnail, you put a opening slide, or something like a welcoming screen for the audience who are gonna see your recording on any platform where you have posted it. And also you need to make sure कि like last May you put in a ending slide, which is important because if sometimes the ending slide it carries some information, sometimes it would be carrying information like when will the next session be, stuff like that. So if the audience miss the information during the event, they can get back, they see the ending slide and they can refer to it whenever they want. Okay. uh, Getting into the first point of this, promotional emails. So promotional emails are very important. You have to make sure you start promotion from quite easily, like a week before, and whatever time you feel is adequate to reach to your audience. Suppose I have to reach out to 50 people. Reaching out to 50 people is in today's time, it's not going to require much effort from my side. So I can start the reach out by say 3 days advance or a week in advance, and make sure you regularly send your promotional emails. More of this will be shared with you by Hamid in next session, which is in next month of the best talk. So make sure to tune in and listen to more tips on emails by Hamid. Moving on to the next session, next point, that is registration form. So you need to make sure when you are making a registration form, you need to keep your audience in your mind. Like what kind of, if you want to gather some data through registration form, say you want to understand what your audience base is, like वो स्कूल जाने वाले बच्चे हैं या वो कॉर्पोरेट वाले प्रोफेशनल्स हैं या कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तो लाइक मेल फीमेल हैं, एक उसमें you need to make sure कि like what kind of data you want to gather, and उसके basis पे in the future you can structure your virtual events accordingly. Then we come to engagement. For engagement, as you say, social media is the best way to engage with your audience and increase your base. So उसके लिए go to as many platform, social media platform you can go. वहाँ पे अपनी क्लिप्स डालिए, अपने पोस्टर्स डालिए, स्पीकर कोट्स डालिए, ताकि पीपल आर अवेयर ऑफ योर एग्जिस्टेंस एंड वो तुम्हारे इवेंट्स को बार बार देखें कि लाइक इन से लंग केयर फाउंडेशन का नेक्स्ट मंथ एक और बेस्ट टॉक आने वाला है. दे आर गोना टॉक अबाउट प्रमोशनल इवेंट्स and how to create certificates and all that. So keep the excitement up for your audience so they remember to join in for your next session. Then draft messages. So here, when we are engaged in a virtual event, what happens is like there are so many things happening that we cannot generate see like it's just added pressure कि like हमें अगर सर्टिफिकेट का मैसेज भेजना है तो वी नीड टू बी प्रिपेयर फॉर दैट पहले से बिकॉज वी नो कि वो हमें भेजना है एंड लाइक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू गाइज एज वेल so we create a draft message before and when the time comes we just put it through so we are not wasting our time in drafting at the moment okay so that saves a lot of time and a lot of pressure for you and as well as your team virtual background. As you can see, this background was created by my team, and like it's very helpful. Keep the environment very lively and like sort of change ho jata hai audience ke liye bhi because like gives a like you can put any picture you want. You can put a picture of say Paris ka Eiffel Tower, anything that you like. Okay, so उस type से. Then I've already discussed about the opening slides. One thing that is left that is housekeeping slides. So housekeeping slides का मतलब ये है कि you create a slide wherein which only focuses on the rules of the house. Say if this is a meeting, and in the meeting you want all your audience to keep their camera shut, so keep the camera off. So what they need to make sure is like you put these important things like keep your videos off, keep your mute, always stay on mute like this so that the event is not disturbed by certain sounds and disturbances by the audience. So housekeeping is just in short to keep to give the rules and instructions to the audience. Editing of the recording has already been discussed. Back to you, Kritika.
आई थिंक हाउसकीपिंग जैसे सिद्धार्थ ने बोला कि बहुत ही ज़रूरी है जैसे हम भी हर सेशन से स्टार्टिंग में आप लोगों को बोलते हैं कि Q&A वाला Q&A टैब में ही क्वेश्चन आंसर्स डालें चैट में वो मिस हो जाएंगे और चैट में यू शेयर योर रिस्पॉन्सेज सो दैट्स वेयर हाउसकीपिंग इज इन्वॉल्व Q&A में अगर आपके क्वेश्चंस होंगे तो हम जल्दी देख पाएंगे चैट में वो ऊपर नीचे हो जाते हैं सो वी आर नॉट एबल टू सी दैट सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द क्विक टिप्स now we almost at the end now and you know this is a virtual event again you think that this is too much information oh my god this is ये तो ऐसे ही तो समझते होगे ऐसे प्रॉब्लम होगी so do you guys need a quick recap you know हमारे साथ now you just I would request each one of you we will be asking you कि किस जगह पे क्या क्या लाना है तो जल्दी जल्दी अपने रिस्पॉन्सेज हमें चैट में बताइएगा सो वी हैव टू एग्जाम्पल सिद्धार्थ कॉर्पोरेट का एग्जाम्पल लेगा मैं नॉन कॉर्पोरेट का एंड आप बताओ कि क्या क्या टाइप्स ऑफ सिनेरियोज हो सकते हैं कॉर्पोरेट इवेंट के लिए नॉन कॉर्पोरेट के फटाफट से चैट में जल्दी से बताओ व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ इवेंट्स जो कॉर्पोरेट या नॉन कॉर्पोरेट के लिए कर सकते हो जल्दी जल्दी So first is Siddharth, we have the types of scenarios. Corporate में round tables, large conferences के लिए हम virtual events कर सकते हैं. Non-corporate में MUNs, meetings, annual functions school students के लिए हम कर सकते हैं. The second one is टारगेट ऑडियंस हमारे कॉर्पोरेट इवेंट के लिए टारगेट ऑडियंस जो होगी वो पेरेंट्स हो सकते हैं वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स हो सकते हैं कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स हो सकते हैं एंड नॉन कॉर्पोरेट इवेंट में इट कैन बी एनीवन स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स छोटे छोटे बच्चे भी हो सकते हैं एज स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप भी हो सकता है कि टीन एजर्स ही लेने हैं या अडल्ट यूथ लेना है मुझे स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स लेने हैं कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स और इट मे बी ओनली फीमेल ओनली टारगेट और मेल ओनली टारगेट इट कैन बी एनीथिंग देन थर्ड क्राइटेरिया इज पर्पस ऑफ द इवेंट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कॉर्पोरेट में आप वर्चुअल इवेंट्स किस लिए ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं इफ यू आर कंडक्टिंग अ ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम if you are conducting a networking program say you want to meet the CEO of any big company you want to send them your resume तो उसके लिए आपने छोटा सा एक मीटिंग कंडक्ट किया उनके साथ या बोर्ड मीटिंग एंड नॉन कॉर्पोरेट में नॉलेज शेयरिंग कैन बी वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट पर्पस फॉर द इवेंट the important next important point before the event for a corporate event very important point कि क्योंकि corporates आजकल कहीं पे भी कभी भी हो सकते हैं सो वर्चुअल इवेंट्स में यू नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ वन इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज कि आपका जो स्पीकर आ रहा है वो किस कंट्री से बिलोंग करता है से इफ यू हैव अ स्पीकर हु इज लिविंग इन द यूएस एंड यू वांट टू कंडक्ट अ सेशन right now so you need to decide of the time okay if it is 5:30 p.m. here so what time would it be in the US will it be convenient for my speaker or not उस तरीके से भी सोचना है it's not just कि मैंने इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइम के हिसाब से बना लिया सोच लिया no you have to think if you have any foreign speakers what are the time zones in which they are and it should be balancing everyone's time second and before the event for a non-corporate event, the first the important thing is keep everyone informed. Promote as much as you can inform. Promote your virtual event. The next step is for the during the event is start on time and end on time. जैसे कि हमारा event भी next 4 मिनट में खत्म हो जाएगा. So for any virtual event, since it is too much screen time, you must always try to aim to start it on time and end it on time. For professionals, be very respectful, be very poised, maintain your distance from the screen. It should not be too much zoomed in or too much zoomed out. Maintain a proper distance between the screen, the camera, and yourself. Sit straight so that you look professional in a corporate event or for even for any kind of virtual event. Engage the audience with games, quizzes, videos. Show them some facts, show them some jokes, any kind of thing, but keep them engaging during any kind of virtual events. And last but not least, after the event, saying thank you is very important. Sharing feedback is very important. गिविंग देम अ मिनी असाइनमेंट जैसे हम लोग आज आपको देने वाले हैं एक वर्चुअल इवेंट की प्लानिंग के लिए, उसके लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. Share information about others, how you can create networking opportunities. If it's a corporate event, share you can share ask the speakers if they have any questions, to which email ID you should ask them, or if you can connect with them on LinkedIn. So have those kind of opportunities after the event so that you create those networking opportunities for yourself, share the experience of the audience. So this is all in all. And last but not the least, जब आप सारा काम कर लें वर्चुअल इवेंट्स में, you are done with all your responsibilities, आपकी पूरी टीम ने सारा काम कर लिया, कॉल अ टीम मीटिंग, अपने सारे टीम मेंबर्स को बुलाओ, उनको एक छोटा सा वर्चुअल मीटिंग ऑर्गेनाइज करवाओ और उनको बोलो, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड स्टार्ट, उनको बोलो एक बड़ा सा थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग देयर, थैंक यू फॉर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग दिस वर्चुअल इवन सक्सेसफुली. टेल देम, पैट इट ऑन योर बैक, जैसे राजीव सर कहते हैं अपना हाथ उठाओ, दाहिना हाथ उठाओ सिद्धार्थ, हैव योर पैट ऑन योर बैक. अपने आप को शाबाशी दो, और कोई पूछे तो क्या कर रहे हो तो बोलो ये बाबू राव का स्टाइल है रे. तो इस तरीके से अच्छे से हंसते खाते अपना वर्चुअल इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज कीजिए. एंड last most important point is say a big thank you, compliment others, because there's a huge amount of effort that goes into it. So I think with this we wrap up the session.
And before we go, I think so. This is time for some a poll question.
Yeah, the last poll question.
Yeah, and it should be in front of you. Everybody, please quickly, let's wrap up the session. And we have 30 seconds for this poll. We're just waiting. Okay, people are starting to give in their opinion.
Which virtual platform, which virtual event would they like to host जल्दी जल्दी अच्छे से, सबसे ज़्यादा preferable virtual event कौन सा है students के लिए?
आज के सेशन के बाद में we're gonna know कि like सबसे ज्यादा नेक्स्ट इवेंट कौन सा होने वाला है. लाइक जहां तक मेरे को लग रहा है पीपल आर गोना ऑर्गेनाइज इट फॉर वर्चुअल इवेंट्स और राउंड टेबल और कंपटीशन में भी. सो या ओके, नेक्स्ट 15 seconds.
Quickly, I think MUNs होने वाला है. Yeah, MUNs. And we have annual functions also. So people are now saying annual functions भी online करा दो.
Yeah. Okay, now let's end the poll and see the results.
Yeah. We have
a winner, which is virtual roundtable or conference or MUNs by the students. That's very good, actually, because most of the students, they have shifted towards non-corporate, and that serves them very well. And I'm pretty sure Kritika and I, we were really helpful in giving you some idea on how to organize these virtual events. And here I would take your leave and back to Judith.
Yes, over to you, Judith.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I need to, end it like मेरी ज़रूरत है अभी end करने के लिए, because these people have literally opened the Pandora box of all the tips and tricks that they knew about virtual event and literally presented it in front of you. And to be honest, this is something that we have learned throughout this process. This is not something that we already knew or we were well versed with. all these events that we had in the past few months helped to learn new things, learn from our errors. We have made mistakes and we have learned from it. And through this session, we truly want that you people take up initiatives. And even if you want to conduct small gatherings जहाँ पे आप अपने classmates को साथ में बुला रहे हो, or you are calling up the people in your society together एकदम से, and you're saying कि okay, let's conduct a virtual event and talk about this issue in the society, or this particular issue that needs to be done. So you can start now, initiate now you know how to plan it all. So you plan everything, call everybody and say that if you have some waste management issue or something you want to talk about air pollution, call up your RWAs, call up the society people, call up your friends, brainstorm together. You can, as you saw, you can do any kind of virtual events, be it competitions or be it meetings, roundtables. So the options are endless. It's just like it's all upon you all to take up the initiatives and actually lead on. So with that being said, we are already past little more time. हम usually time पे end कर देते हैं, but today because it was an interesting session, I hope you all will forgive us. And with that, we are sharing the feedback form link on the chat box. Please fill the feedback form link. We would love to know. As you know, feedbacks are very important. जैसे अभी कृतिका सिद्धार्थ ने बताया, your feedbacks like help us a lot to make changes or how we can improve ourselves. So do share your feedback for the same, and also share your correct email IDs for the e-certificate. We'll be sharing it within 2 to 3 days. So the next event is on how to increase the reach for your events. And that particular session will talk about like share tips on planning and creating engaging content for reach, and how you can digitally promote it on social media, how you can, as Kritika and Siddharth said, how you can do mailers, how to create database, and after creating the database, kaise we can share it on mail, and how to promote all your work that's been done on the virtual event, kaise hum social media pe portray kar sakte hain. So all these things will be covered under the session 2, which is how to increase reach for events. It will be on 17th February, and the link will be shared with you all on mail along with the e-certificates. And we'll be also sharing the PPT that was presented today on the virtual event, so that it will be a reference point for you all, ताकि आगे आप जब virtual events करोगे तो आप वो refer कर सकते हो. So with that being said, I think I can still see that Babu Rao ka style hai has already made a statement here. So I can see that on the chat box. And I would like to thank you all for joining in today. And I would like to thank Kritika and Siddharth for putting up such an amazing session to like put all the points together in one PPT, consolidate, and then letting all those secrets and tips to all students and teachers here. I'm sure that this would help them, and they will forward it, and for sure carry on virtual events now on. And I'll also like to thank my entire team at LCF, Rajiv sir, Madhushri ma'am, Hamid, Neha, and especially once again both the speakers. So with that being said, please do register for the next session, because this is connected. The next session is also connected to this session. So it will all end up, and you will have a full knowledge about all you need to know about the virtual event. So with that being said, stay tuned, and we'll be meeting you in the next session. Thank you so much.